Alrighty, everybody, welcome to the Casual Sports Talk Podcast. This week, we're going to talk about the Western Conference mid-tier season recap. Also, maybe a little bit of trade deadlines in the NHL right now. So, with me, we got my good friend, the greatest, the man, the myth, the legend, Dougie Fresh.
What an intro. Thank you, Steve. Much
that was great, Stu. That was great.
And don't worry, we got our other man, the myth, who is very, very bald, Chris Fyodor.
I'll take it, Stu. Thank you so much for the kind introduction. That was great of you to do so.
Anyway, so like I said, we're going to talk about a little bit this week. We got the Western Conference right now. Interestingly enough, we got a couple teams that just might have been eliminated right now. So we guess we got to talk about the sleeper of this week, the trade deadline. So Douglas, what was your thoughts about this trade deadline?
Well, Stu, as a casual, didn't follow that close, but I know Vegas made a splash. I heard a rumor that people were upset because Vegas got some really good players, and they obviously won the cup last year. So
and I think a lot of people were upset because I think Vegas had a player in IR, and I think a lot of people were like, "Oh, they overpaid this guy," and because there's like an NHL trade clause where it's like a player's in IR, they're not penalized if they pay another player for the trade deadline. So
yes, I think that's exactly what it was. I think you summed it up perfect.
But
so Vegas, I guess it's happened last year for them too. So they got some good players at last year's deadline as well.
So, you know what I got to say to that, Douglas? Don't hate the homie. Hate the game. I'm just saying. You can't hate the player. You can't hate, and are you going to tell me every other team's going to, stop doing that because Vegas didn't do it? No. Are the Red Wings going to stop doing that?
Rules.
No. They as long as they didn't cheat. As long as they didn't.
Stu, what a team like the Patriots always did that I respected is they push the limits of the rules,
Yes.
Until they change the rules, you push the limits.
It's like the same thing with Patrick Mahomes. I know this is hockey talk, but it's like what Patrick Mahomes did. He was like, all right, I'm gonna renegotiate my contract to maybe get a pay cut so I can get another title.
Exactly.
I'm impressed with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What Alex called it cheating when Tom Brady took a pay cut, but loves it when Mahomes does it.
Yeah, because that works out. I mean, that works out, right, Chris? If you overpay a player, that never blows up in your face.
Hey, let's stay on the topic of tonight. The NHL. We don't have to veer off to the NFL or anything like that.
I'm sorry.
Well said.
Avoid that conversation about Deshaun Watson.
Yes, I'm sorry I had to make fun of the Deshaun Watson or the Russell Wilson. But
I'm sure we'll have several podcasts or episodes of these that will be talking about Deshaun Watson. So load up your chamber and get ready to pull that pistol. Be good to go.
Oh yeah. But anyway, so this week, like I said, we're gonna do the Western Conference recap right here of all the 16 teams that made it to the Western Conference. And unfortunately, I had some bad news, guys. I just wanted to let you know, guys, this is very serious. The Chicago Blackhawks have officially been eliminated from the playoffs right now.
Oh no!
I know, and wait a minute, we got other bad news. Somewhere in San Jose, the Sharks unfortunately got harpooned and are officially eliminated from the playoffs.
Stu, I wish I could say I felt bad for Chicago, but after they won all their Stanley Cups, they then got the number one pick to get Connor Bedard, so they can sit at the basement for a little bit longer. Stay in the basement, Chicago.
But like I said, we're going to start with the first team right here that's in the biggest basement, the San Jose Sharks, who've been they've always kind of been bad. I'm trying to think, when has they been good? I know a little bit in the 2000s, but they never won a Stanley Cup in their whole career. Since
Are you
the
sure?
90s.
I remember some...
No Stanley Cup for the Sharks?
Series. Yeah.
They never won the Stanley Cup. San Jose Sharks.
Well, they were an expansion team, yeah? Were they an expansion team?
Yes. So it's kind of a funny story. So I was watching a video on Urinating Tree. I know. And they talked about that apparently the San Jose Sharks originally were from the Cleveland team that was in the 70s.
Cleveland in the 70s. What team was that?
Oh, was it the Cleveland? I got to look it up. It's going to make me so mad. The Cleveland had a hockey team. And boy.
Yeah, we've always had a minor league team in Cleveland.
Like
There's AHL, there's the Cleveland Lumberjacks, and now it's the Cleveland Monsters.
Yeah, but you had an NHL team back in the day. It was called not the Monsters, but it was for 2 years. It was called the Cleveland Barons.
Really? They're in the NHL? No kidding,
Yeah.
Stu.
And apparently they were from Richfield, Ohio. It wasn't even in
Oh,
Cleveland.
they played at the Richfield Coliseum then, which has been, man, that was demolished several decades ago.
Yeah. So, and it was an absolute tire pot. Yeah. So, like I said, so apparently the old owner from the Cleveland Barons became the owner of the San Jose Sharks when they expanded in '91.
Oh, wow. 1991, year I was born.
Yeah. So the year you're born. Some Sharks, unfortunately, were unfortunately harpooned. So, Douglas, how's your thoughts about the Sharks and Fyodor? Aren't you so sad?
I mean, yeah, that'd been cool if the Cleveland would have kept their NHL team. I mean, that would have been great to have a nice little hockey team up here in the professionals.
Yes, and they folded. They didn't even. Yeah, they didn't even expand or move out. They just folded in 2 years.
Oh, what a shame!
Didn't you just say they moved to San Jose still?
Yes, but that was in '91 when.
So when did the Barons cut ties with Cleveland?
78. They only lasted
78. So 13 years after. Oh
yeah,
man.
13 years. Yeah, 13 years after. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Stu said the only link was the same owner, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say none of those players. I mean, I would say most likely none of those players in a 13-year span played on the Sharks that once played on the Cleveland Barons.
Yeah, unfortunately, nobody wanted to play for the Cleveland Barons. I'm sorry, or go to a Cleveland Barons game. I'm just saying.
Well, Stu, I think they've changed the expansion rules quite a bit since this time. Because back in the 90s, the expansion rules sucked, so these teams couldn't get out of the basement.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't it stink that glad that we don't have a team that's never been good ever in their 24-year history, and we're still in the basement, gentlemen?
Well, yeah, then you have the Vegas Golden Knights who've been in the league 7 years and already won a Stanley Cup
and
made another Stanley Cup Finals.
And I know we're going to talk about the Vegas Golden Knights, but it's so funny when all these Canadian teams were complaining. The Canadian fans were complaining about it was rigged for Vegas. It's rigged. It's ownership. It's ownership's fault. You Canadian fans, don't yell at Vegas. Yell at your owners.
Yeah.
You didn't keep those. I mean, I know he retired. Oh, what was it? Who's that one guy that was in Vegas that was a really good goaltender for the first year of Vegas? Marc-Andre Fleury. Yeah.
Man, went to from the Penguins to the Knights.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's unfortunately retired. But hey, you know what?
I think last time he was playing, he played with the Minnesota Wild, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think he's retired now. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I'm not a professional. We are all casuals. But unfortunately, do we have any eulogies on the San Jose Sharks?
No. I think we're good with the Sharks.
Unfortunately, the Sharks. Unfortunately, the Sharks. You have been Sharknadoed.
I love a good Sharknado. Hey, positive news for the Sharks, though, Stu. They're beating Pittsburgh right now.
I mean, but that's not that surprising. Pittsburgh's season is done. I'm just saying.
But the Sharks are literally done. They're eliminated. So
yeah. But
so Marc-Andre Fleury still a goaltender, right? As of now with the Minnesota Wild. Just looked it up real quick. Legend Marc-Andre Fleury.
Oh my God. That's why I joked we should have a segment where it says Stu and Doug and Chris does something wrong on our sports hot takes, or we say something that's incorrect.
Most of my takes are incorrect, Stu.
Yeah, sir, we're casual. We don't know everything.
I know.
You guys want to see Oliver? I'm walking my cat right now. I don't know if you guys can see him.
Oh, I don't see Oliver yet. I want to see.
There he is.
See. I don't see him.
Just,
Oh my goodness, you got the
Oh yeah, now we're gonna get the views on YouTube. We got cats on the channel.
we got
Let's
cat
go.
videos. We're gonna make millions. That's how you gotta
dude,
get.
I know what'll get us views. I got a statement that'll get us views.
What?
Texas sucks. That'll get us views.
Scare you. How Dallas Stars are at least amazing.
Yeah, that's true. We'll keep it on NHL. Dallas Stars are amazing.
Yes, I'm just saying you can't be.
The
But
Blackhawks.
speaking of teams that apparently are still awful, the Chicago Blackhawks still are terrible. And
I want to know first off, how are the Blackhawks in the Western Conference?
that was an expansion during the
No expansion. Sure, they're like one of the first 6 teams in the NHL. Like
yeah, but no, I mean
there's a Boston, Blackhawks, some other teams. So,
also,
but yeah,
oddly enough, the whole NHL did a realignment like probably 10 years ago because the Red Wings were in the West until I think like 2013 maybe, and then they switched them to the East for some reason. I think when they added like Vegas and then maybe.
yeah,
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and I don't think they expanded when the Kraken came out. I think they decided.
The expansion was done way before the Kraken joined the league for sure.
Yeah. So they basically just kept
Seattle being in Washington, they're just naturally going to go to the West.
Yeah. So, but aren't you guys sad about the Chicago Blackhawks to the 2 fans that are watching?
Isn't Connor Bedard out for the season, right?
Yes, he is.
What was the injury? Shoulder or?
I'm not sure actually.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it would have been great to see him play all season, but I mean, I'm not trying to compare anyone, but Connor Bedard, Victor Wembanyama with the San Antonio Spurs, great players, but their teams aren't just they're not making the playoffs, unfortunately.
No, they're not. Unfortunately, this team is as a dumpster fire right now as always. And aren't you sad, Douglas? Aren't you the part of you that is sad that the team that just beat you guys in the Western Conference Championship 10 years ago are now terrible?
Well, Stu, I dare say that I moved on from 10 years ago. I've cleared my conscience of those losses.
Yes, you basically men in black yourself at all those losses, and you're like, never again.
Something like that. I mean, we got Patrick Kane now, so I'm content.
You're content with that?
I like Patrick Kane. Yeah, he's awesome.
Yes. I think Doug has a peace of mind now.
Yeah, honestly, and this is like my opinion. I always never really liked the Blackhawks right now, and especially what happened with the 2010 season with Kyle Bleach. If you remember that 3 years ago, gentlemen.
What happened with Kyle Bleach?
Okay, I'm gonna try to make this as family friendly as possible, but Bleach was trying to go to was asking the film guy for the Blackhawks to be like, hey, we just need to come to my place to do watch some game tape. This is game 6, and it turned out not to be game tape. I'm just gonna try to leave it out there. And basically the guy was like, you basically do what I want, or I'm gonna end your career as a Blackhawk.
Ooh.
Yeah, and apparently this guy reported it, and the Blackhawks were like, well, I know this is bad. I'm sorry. Sorry, Kyle Bleach. But
maybe I'll have to look up what kind of videos were they watching or doing? What the heck?
Adult, let's just say videos that are not safe for YouTube.
They were just watching them, or they're
watching.
Why is that so bad? I mean, they were just watching them in their free time. Okay.
No,
it sounds like it was blackmail into watching.
Watching and also doing things that is not appropriate.
Gotcha. So,
yes,
we're ready to move on to the next team then. If we're going to end on a bad note for the Blackhawks, Kyle.
Bleach. And also,
yeah, let's leave people there with a sour taste in their mouth.
Yeah, that's right.
Get out of here.
The funny part was they were all like, yeah, I know what happened. Kyle Bleach is bad, but this is game 7. We can't fire this guy. We got to win a Stanley Cup. It's been decades since the last time we won a Stanley Cup, guys.
Hey, winning cures all, right, Stu?
So did they end up winning the Stanley Cup, Stu? What happened?
Yeah, they won the Stanley Cup, and then they promoted that
my
guy.
goodness.
Nice. Hoist up.
They
Lord
promoted him?
Stanley.
Yes, they
Oh,
promoted
my
him.
goodness.
He did the same thing with another team, and then he did it, and he was a high school coach in Ohio, and he
Oh.
did that with a 16-year-old.
Nice. What cool. You get like 500 points right now if you can name the high school that he was a coach at.
It was in Miami,
Yeah.
Ohio. I'm not sure.
Miami, Ohio. Gotcha. All right.
Yeah. So.
Well, he
so
sounds like a bad guy, Stu. He sounds like a bad guy.
yeah.
That's-
So.
But hey, to switch things up for a positive note, Blackhawks are looking good. Next few years, they got Connor Bedard. I mean, he's going to be back by next season, I can assume, right?
Yeah. I mean, this is basically we'll see how it goes for next season, but I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for them.
Well, I mean, plus they're going to get another first round, like a good the first overall pick, maybe, if not the second
Maybe.
this year. So yeah.
They
Plus,
probably
didn't
will, but
NHL switch to a lottery style pick for
they
their.
sure did, and it's destroyed the Red Wings every time. The Red Wings have the worst record in the NHL, can get like the 10th pick.
Yeah.
It's been phenomenal.
It's like the Pistons, right? You could have the worst record in the NBA, and somehow you get the 6th overall pick.
Dude, they got to do what the
Professional
NFL
sports
does.
hate
Just worst gets the first pick, and so on and so forth. Come on.
You know?
Yeah.
Exactly. This isn't helping tanking. This team still tank.
What's the reason behind them doing this lottery? Are they trying to gain viewers on the lottery night when they pull the balls, or
Well,
like
it's a
or what?
tanking thing. It's for it's to make sure people aren't incentively being the worst team in the league just to get the first.
Oh,
pick.
I see. I got you. That
Nobody.
makes sense.
Yeah, we cannot pull a Sam Hinkie, Christopher. Trust the process. I'm just saying.
Trust the process.
Yes, and all I got to say to the Blackhawks, Clark Griswold is disappointed. Yes, trust the process, and Clark Griswold is disappointed in you.
Oh man, love Clark Griswold. All right, who are we looking at next, Stu?
The next team we got to talk about is the Anaheim Ducks, who are about to probably be eliminated soon right now. Probably still in the basement right now. Honestly, there's not really, unless your name is Los Angeles Kings, your California team is in the basement. I'm just saying.
You know, the thing I do like about the NHL, though, is a lot of these teams are teams that have won Stanley Cups recently. So, you know,
yeah, the Ducks did win it, right?
At the bottom.
Yeah,
the Ducks. Oh, I thought you said the Kings for some reason. Never mind. When did the Ducks win? It's been a while.
Yeah. So they've been always the bottom. Who is a worse? If you had more depressed Columbus Blue Jackets fan or Anaheim Ducks fans?
Oh,
I don't know how it's clearly the Ducks are doing pretty bad, but I haven't really been paying attention. So what would be worse?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean the Ducks. I mean, if I'm looking at their schedule right now, their Duck schedule, we got to quack into victory, and they're not mighty. They're the Donald Ducks. They went from the Mighty Ducks to the Donald Ducks.
I think the only time that they were really the Mighty Ducks was in the Disney movies.
Yes, but weren't they the Anaheim Ducks?
Well, I think they've always been. I don't know. Are they the Mighty Ducks?
I don't think they've ever been the Mighty Ducks. They definitely had like jersey nights where they wear those Mighty Ducks jerseys, but they've never really taken the name Mighty Ducks.
That should have been their name. That
should
have been their
part of them.
The Anaheim Mighty Ducks. That should be their name. I'm just saying that would be kind of a cool name. I know probably Disney can't do that because of trademark, but
well, Disney could because they own the movie and the team.
Yeah, they own the rights for sure.
Yeah, so they're probably never gonna. You probably never get the rights. So unfortunately, it's just gonna be the Anaheim Ducks. But
well, I'm saying Disney owns the Anaheim Ducks and they own the movie, so they absolutely could if they wanted to.
What? Let's name them the Anaheim Ducks.
Do they really own? Does Disney really own the Anaheim Ducks?
They own a big part of it. That's why it's so close to like Disney World or whatever's in LA.
Oh yeah, because it's in Anaheim. Because it's like they got like 3 teams in like Los Angeles, right? In like the hockey. Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah, this team is linked to that movie. Though.
What are the 3 teams in Los Angeles? You say
LA Kings, San Jose Sharks.
Well, San Jose is like 6 hours north.
Yeah, I was gonna say San Jose is not. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like in the random spot, but also the Anaheim Ducks. Sorry.
Do you know who lives in San Jose, Stu?
Who?
Reese.
Oh, who's that person? Just kidding. To the 5 viewers that showed up, they're like, "Who is this person? Who are you weirdos?
Dude, I think we gotta start talking like we have 100,000 viewers. To all
Yeah.
of you beautiful subscribers.
That's
all,
right.
all you beautiful subscribers right here that are gonna get these nice merch right over here called the Casual Sports Talk Podcast merch. We got Yeti cups right now.
You're gonna drop the link where they can buy it still?
All right.
Maybe if we get 10,000 views, how about that?
So your Anaheim Ducks, they were owned by the Walt Disney Company up until 2005.
What?
Oh,
So yeah, Disney does not own the Anaheim Ducks anymore.
ooh, Disney. My
It's
apologies
some
for the
businessman and
updated info.
engineer. I forgot his name, but yeah.
Oh my god! It's like that one year where I remember there was a great 30 for 30. I know it's a random tangent, but it was like this one random guy that did a Ponzi scheme on the Islanders. They sold it to some random guy, not knowing this guy was like doing a Ponzi scheme. And literally he owned it for like a little bit for like a couple months, and then we realized, oh wait, he's like doing investment fraud on like banks.
Smart.
And then he went to prison for like 15 years.
We here at
what
Casual
kind of-
Sports Talk do not condone fraud or any type of thing like that in the banking system.
No, we do
Yeah,
not.
We'll talk offline for a Ponzi scheme.
Oh no!
All right, sir. We can
We're
talk
gonna-
about
we're gonna own
ownership
some
of all the NHL teams on some other podcast, but I say we stick to this. Yeah, go back to
Yeah,
what
so
we were.
we've only talked about 3 teams in about 20 minutes. This is a bad pace.
Bad average talk.
All right. You know what I gotta say to the Anaheim Ducks? Loss. Worst January ever. You did beat Florida, but it's okay. You're not that good. Sorry, Anaheim.
Yep. Yeah, better
No.
luck next year.
Now, I guess a team that's looking a little bit better, but still bad. The Coyotes. So, Douglas, I know you still live in Scottsdale. What is your thoughts about the Coyotes? Just being
I don't anymore. I'm in San Antonio right now.
Ooh.
So you're not.
You're in the city of Victor Wembanyama?
Yeah, I was thinking about going to a game this weekend. We'll
Oh,
see.
dude, that'd be sweet.
Yeah. You should get some because the tickets are like really cheap because the Spurs
They
are
were
terrible.
cheap, and they were playing the Mavs one day. I was like, that'd be fun to watch Luca and Victor, but this is hockey. Right?
Yeah, this is hockey.
Well, I will say this, dude. The Phoenix Coyotes just destroyed my Red Wings. Glad I didn't pay $250 for that game.
Oh my God! Are you glad you never paid $250 just to see your Red Wings just get absolutely annihilated?
We'll see, like a few years back, I had the season tickets. Like, I don't know if I'd ever pay for a Red Wings game. Like, at least not that much. Like, that's ridiculous. But the Coyotes are actually tied with the Red Wings again tonight. They're playing again.
Oh, but isn't it at Detroit?
This one's at Detroit. We're tied 1-1 in the second.
Oh, we'll see how that goes right there. But like,
I feel like Phoenix is constantly rebuilding. Obviously, they have all their issues where they're currently playing on a college campus.
yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
I feel like
that's
year,
the biggest locale of the NHL for the past.
Yeah.
They've been playing there for what, 2 seasons now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
and
it's like
their bill got denied to get an actual permanent home. I
yeah,
think,
that's the funniest part. They got denied right now, gentlemen. Right now, the Coyotes. So they're still playing in the Arizona State Stadium. And I hate to say it, Douglas, we should just move Arizona Coyotes to Salt Lake.
Yeah, Phoenix. I don't. Well, yeah, Salt Lake would definitely be a better hockey town.
Yeah, I don't feel like, and I always will say this. I feel like the Phoenix residents don't really help their sports teams as much, unless they make the championship.
Yeah, I'd say Phoenix is more casual vibe for sure than the Midwest.
Yeah, there's not like, unless it was like the Phoenix Suns who made it to the NBA Finals that one year. And I mean, let's be honest. You went to a Cardinals game and there wasn't a lot of fans.
Yeah, it was probably more Rams fans. A lot of Rams fans made the drive.
Yes, so let's be honest. That's a good sign of a sports team where somehow most of your team, your opponent, outweighs more of your fans.
Well, I'm surprised that Phoenix has a hockey team and Cleveland doesn't. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you have Columbus, so
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely doing some sort of research when they bring a franchise to a city. And maybe Cleveland, their demographic, they just didn't think that they would have enough viewers going to the game or attendees in the arena.
And they were looking at that sweet, sweet Buckeyes, and they were like, all right, we can't say the B word, but let's say go Blue Jackets, that is, in Columbus.
Yeah, it was a stretch, too. We're on Phoenix. Get out of Columbus.
Oh,
Yes,
boo.
let's transition out of Columbus and go back to the Phoenix Coyotes.
Yeah, hopefully eventually they get a stadium and like get a real following, because like I think Phoenix would be a really good spot if they actually had a good stadium. And I mean, tickets are $300 for a reason. Like somebody's going to these games.
Why would you want to pay $300 to see a crummy Coyotes who?
Why can't the Coyotes just play where
mind you on the point side is 3 points ahead of Columbus? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean I don't know.
I mean, Chris, wouldn't you agree? You're not paying $300 to go see a Columbus Blue Jacket.
Oh, absolutely not. No.
You're not paying $250 to watch your Blue Jackets just get annihilated at home.
If anything, I haven't looked at ticket prices for the Blue Jackets, but I wouldn't pay anything over $40 or $50, and even that's kind of stretching it.
Honestly, I think it should be like $20 for nosebleeds.
Yeah, there are no nosebleeds though in that small of a stadium.
Yeah, but it's the Coyotes. You're not that good. You're not. I mean, you're doing better, but it's just like it's the Coyotes. Like I know you've done a little bit better this year, Coyotes. I feel indifferent with the Coyotes, but like, you did lose to but you had a terrible losing streak right now. And also, I'm sorry, Douglas, that you're now in a 6-game losing streak right now as your Red Wings fan.
Stu, let's stick to the matter at hand here.
Oh my God! Did you see this? Look at this whole month loss.
All right, Stuart. I say maybe just who's next on the list.
Oh.
I say average talk time per team, 3 to 4 minutes.
No,
maybe
we got
2.
We got to go 5 hours on these teams, baby.
Even that, that's still an hour-long episode.
Exactly.
Like 2 to 3 minutes per team, Stu.
All right.
Rapid fire this.
All righty. I know you lazy bums. You want to get this done.
Well, it's not about being lazy, Stu. We want the viewers to stay engaged.
Yes, Stuart.
We
can't
care
be
about
mumbo jumboing here about Western Conference teams and always referring back to the Blue Jackets and the Red Wings somehow, and then the Cowboys from 1980s.
1990s. I'm sorry, 1990. Don't you remember the
Focus, man. Focus, man.
All right, Stuart. What team are we on here?
Talk about the Calgary Flames. It was
Calgary Flame. Know nothing about them.
Yeah.
You know nothing about
the Calgary. One of those teams. They never seem to be good or relevant. So they're just always
they had a couple years
at least.
Yeah.
Like at least Edmonton has some generational prospects, and Toronto has some fun players. Vancouver's good. I'm like, Calgary always sucks,
Yeah. I mean, generational. Yes, if you think about it, that won 3 Stanley Cups. I mean, Edmonton. I'm just saying Gretzky.
Well, now they have Connor McDavid too. So Toronto's got Austin Matthews. Vancouver's got they're eyeing for a President's Trophy. Calgary's got nothing to write home about,
Yeah, except for the whole scandal where apparently, I guess, another team from the Canadian team from the 2018 scandal is getting charged with crimes, with grape allegations again.
Well, that's negative. Let's focus on the terrible team. No.
How to be positive on Calgary? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I want to say something positive, but I don't think I have anything. They never seem to really be relevant.
No, I mean, I'm looking at let's look at their last month right now. The stats level right now. Let's look at how they've been absolutely abysmal. Ooh,
let's see it. Hey, they started off pretty hot.
No, this is March.
Oh, Stu.
Yeah, this is March.
What month is this?
March.
This is March. That's what I'm saying. Look, March they started off with a win, then they had a loss, then they beat the Lightning. All right.
Yeah.
A couple straight losses there, but the Panthers.
Yeah, and
the Canes are doing pretty well too, so it's understandable they lost those 2 games. Then they lost. Hey, Colorado's a good team in the West too, so it's understandable they lost those 3 straight games, and they play. They play tonight against the Golden Knights. That's gonna be another tough one for them.
No, I don't think they're gonna win that one. I'm just gonna put it.
Oh yeah, put some money on it, Stu. Put $5 or $500.
You want me to put my whole life savings on this?
I would. Seems reasonable.
Yeah. What's the worst that can happen? Put a parlay on it. What's the worst that can happen?
Calgary winning.
Yeah, like save $5 of your net worth so you can bet on the next one.
All right. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I want to spend all that money to watch them lose to Vegas again. But just saying.
Mhm.
Just saying.
Good deal.
It's a good deal. Now we got another team right here who has been absolutely kind of been a disappointment also. The Kraken.
Oh, the
Who's
Kraken.
not releasing no Kraken right now. They've been they kind of been I'm sorry. They're in hockey. They're in hockey hell right now.
So how long have the Kraken been a part of the NHL? 3 years, 4 years?
About 3 years.
3 years, okay. Did they make it to the playoffs at any point, or they just been a struggling team?
They made it last year, and then they won a playoff game.
Oh, they just won one playoff game out of a possible 7-game series. Gotcha.
I think they might have won 2.
Oh, maybe they won 3.
No, they did not make the Stanley Cup Finals.
No, we're
We're
talking
talking about games here, Stu.
Oh, I don't know about games. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Did they win a playoff series?
Yeah, are you talking about series or games?
Oh, series. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But
Well, that's pretty good, man. More than the Columbus
they won
Blue
2
Jackets
playoff
Red
series?
Wings.
yeah. More than the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Red Wings have done in the last 3 years.
Yeah, sorry, that one was on me. I got back to the Red Wings. I just love them so much.
I'm sorry. But hey, look, they at least look at that loss from Detroit. Even though they had gone.
Man.
Yeah, they
okay.
did.
Well,
They did have.
I mean, I think
McDavid.
it's a cool name. That's what I think, Stu. I think the Kraken, great name.
I think that honestly, I mean, I like the Seattle Kraken team. It's like my favorite team in the NHL right now.
I think they have the best colors and the best jerseys.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
Ooh, and I wish they would scream out. I'm just saying, my opinion. I wish they would scream out, gentlemen, release the Kraken, and it's just like with all that like sports hypeness.
So you should get into marketing for sure and like start writing tunes for these teams.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah, that is so great. But unfortunately for the Seattle Kraken, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year.
It doesn't look good. Doesn't look good, does it?
Does not look good. February, they kind of had a lumpy, look at that. Bad loss to New Jersey Devils. Well, that was when the Devils were good, but not this year. Oh, there's the Minnesota Wild. But don't worry, we'll talk about the Minnesota Wild and some new changes with the Minnesota Wild. But, gentlemen, do you have any thoughts on the releasing of the Kraken, that they're probably not going to make the playoffs?
All right. So the Kraken last year, they beat Colorado in the first series 4-3, and then they lost to Dallas in the second series 4-3.
Wow, so they beat the defending Stanley Cup champions. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, they beat Nassim Kadri was not in the sorry.
Who's the defending Stanley Cup champions? You said
Vegas, baby.
The Knights, gotcha.
No, like last year they would have taken out Colorado, who would have been the defending champions, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Last year was the.
So they took out Colorado after they won the cup in the first round. That's a nice series win.
Yeah, good for you. Yeah, good for you, Colorado.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
good for you, Colorado, on losing to the Seattle Kraken. Good job.
Good job.
You lost to an expansion team. Very nice.
Hey, Stuart, can you?
That was funny. I literally was trying to make a compliment, and I was a little bit tired, and then I literally made a backhanded compliment.
Stuart, can you go back to the standings for the conference by chance?
Yes.
Because your question that I haven't answered yet is, will the Kraken make the playoffs? Can you go to the conference standings? Because these are division.
Okay, so as of right now, and
Stuart, can you go to the conference standings?
All right, I'll put it in the wild card.
Because I want to see,
All right, so we got it right here. We got the Colorado Avalanche. We got the Dallas Stars.
All right, sir, scroll down a little bit. I want to see the wild card, so this will help me better answer your question.
No. No.
The Kraken will not make the playoffs, dude.
No.
I'm sorry. They will not.
There's no Kraken.
They're at 68 points. Vegas at 77. I mean, yeah.
But they do have a winning record, though. Does that count?
Nope.
Unfortunately, no. It's all about points here, sir.
Oh, man. I thought it was all about winning records, man, and winning Super Bowls.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I feel like we've been on this 3-year-old team too long.
All right, so now we're moving on to the Minnesota Wild, Stuart. I mean, is that next in hand? Nice.
Yes, who has been
perennial disappointment. My goodness.
Yes, they've always been disappointed. I mean, last year they made it to the playoffs, and now this year they've been pretty bad. They fired their coach already midway through the season. It's not been good.
Well, like, isn't this like the birthplace of hockey too? Like, you'd think eventually it'd get it together.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Minnesota decided to not win Stanley Cups and decided to choke.
I mean, Minnesota, they're an expansion team. What are they, 20 years young or something like that? 15? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not too old of a franchise, but yeah.
But like I said, looking at the last month, gentlemen, looking at the greatness of, and we should get some tickets to watch the Wild. Okay, you did beat the Coyotes really badly.
They lost the Avalanche.
Yeah, you lost to the Blues. I mean, you did beat the Sharks. That says something, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Your team is good, right?
Well, Stu, on Saturday, maybe I'll go up to Dallas and watch Dallas take on the Kings.
Yeah, let's go do that. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. That would be a good matchup. But like Winnipeg.
I mean, hey, Dallas and the Kings, aren't they like top 2 or 3 in the conference, right?
Yes.
I think so, yeah. Very nice.
Sir, don't fall asleep during your podcast. I see you yawning over there.
There's no yawning while podcasting.
Looks like we might have to zoom this up here a little bit. All right, so what? We're done with the
okay.
Done with the Wild then?
We are done with the Wild, unfortunately.
2 to 3 minutes tops, Stu. Here we go. Countdown.
Here we go, buddy.
Here we go.
Oh, we're at 54 minutes right now. Look at that. Just
thought. This isn't good, Stu.
This is not good. I'm going to sleep. No.
All right, sir. So the St. Louis Blues.
Yes, who have been, man, that's another mid team. Won a Stanley Cup 5 years ago. That says something, right? At least you got a cup.
I mean, yeah, that's impressive. 5 years ago, that's pretty recent. I'd say so.
Yeah, but they haven't been good. They have not been good, unfortunately. They're in the hockey hell right now, unfortunately, for the Minnesota Blues. And you know what? I got to tell you this. I feel blue. Dabba dee dabba die. I'm a blue. I'm a St. Louis Blue. Dabba dee dabba die.
Well said, Stu. Well said.
Do you have any thoughts, gentlemen, on the St. Louis Blues being an absolute disappointment?
You know, Stu, I think you summed it up. They make me feel kind of blue.
Did it make you feel blue? Just like this background?
Yeah, very similar.
And also, I got to say, our Blue Jackets uniforms look cooler. I'm just saying. Shots fired. Shots fired. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, I don't really have any thoughts on the Blues, though. I mean, like you said, they're not very good.
They're not very good. I mean, you lost to the Kings. The Devils are not good right now. The Rangers, I'm not really impressed right now. If I'm looking at these losses right here. Yeah, you lost to the Red Wings badly, the 6-1, man.
Oh. Ew, dude. What a terrible
Oh my God, that looks so terrible. The Panthers, the Predators.
All right. We get the points, dude. They stink.
All right. Fine. We get to. All right. Now I feel like we're woken up. Now we're ready.
Right.
Now we're going to talk about the teams that made it to the wild, that theoretically could make it to the wild card. And as of right now, since there's 4 weeks left of the NHL right now, nobody has clinched the playoffs right now. So every other of these teams, any other of these teams could make it and not miss the playoffs, unless you're the Colorado Avalanche or the Vancouver Canucks. But we got to start. Talk about the reigning Stanley Cup champions right here. Vegas. How you feel about it, gentlemen?
Well, so I think we hit on it earlier. I mean, they won the cup last year, and they got to make a few splashy moves in free agency or in the trade deadline here. So,
are they trying to pull a Tampa Bay and get a back-to-back cup run?
Ooh, when did that happen with Tampa Bay?
So it was 2020, 2021, and they made it to the Stanley Cup final. No, 2019 to 2020, 2019 to 2020, then 2021, and then 2022 they made it to the Stanley Cup Finals and they lost to they lost to Colorado.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
Yes.
I mean, hey, going back-to-back cups, that's a big feat. Back-to-back championships in any sport, that'd be tremendous. So if they can pull this off, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Where do they stand in the standings right now, Stu? Can you go back?
As of right now, they would make the wild card, but they would be the 8th seed.
Wow, that's pretty intimidating. I wouldn't want to play them.
I would not want to play. I feel like that, even though it's Colorado, they probably would. No, they play against the Vancouver Canucks, and oh God, can Vancouver do it? I would feel a little bit nervous as Vegas.
Well, Stu, we got an update here. Sorry, this is random.
Breaking news happening right now.
Breaking news. This just in: Coyotes clear to bid on land in North Phoenix for new arena.
Oh, nice!
Oh,
big move.
95 acres of land. Amazing.
Finally, even though you had an owner that's like 32 years old.
Well, Stu, apparently it's near Scottsdale too. You're talking about Scottsdale. Wow.
Beautiful.
Finally, they will get a nice, beautiful stadium that's going to be obsolete in about 20 years.
How it goes.
Yeah, I mean, that's how everyone. That's the cycle of a stadium. 20, 25 years. Not even 25 years. Yeah, just about 20.
Yeah, like the Brownie Stadium. That doesn't look obsolete and bad.
I mean, it's getting up there in age. The Browns bought a lot of land in Brook Park, which is a suburb of Cleveland. I doubt they're going to build there, but yeah, they need to do some renovations to the current one, or they just need to build a new one.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think they might need to build a new one. So Brownie's unfortunate. But like I said, we're talking about Vegas. Do you think Vegas can win the back-to-back Stanley Cup?
Is Vegas in the Pacific Division?
They are in. I believe they are in the Pacific. Let me check the division.
No, you could. Yeah, you could look. Look
at that. Look at that. We are looking right now. No, they are in. Oh, actually, they are in the Pacific right now. Number 4, tied with the LA Kings.
Gotcha.
Right
and
now.
Then, hey, sir, can you go back to the playoff picture of the wild card? Because if they're in the Pacific Division, then I think what I saw. The Kings and the Knights, they both have 77 points. So yeah, it's gonna be a battle for that third position in the Pacific.
Yeah,
we got to see how.
I would say Vegas absolutely can. I mean, last year, Stu, what seed were the Florida Panthers?
Number 8, baby. They were number 8, and I still laughed that I still said, man, I don't think this Florida Panthers team is going to make a playoffs. And then somehow the Penguins decided to choke in the postseason. I mean, it's good for them, but
yeah. Well, I think that's the beauty of the NHL right there, Stu. Literally, I think more than any sport, low seeds can win it all.
Yes, look at that. Oh, they did have a couple of bad losses, but look what they beat. Wings. Kraken.
Oh, that Red Wings one hurt. That one hurt. We were tied with like a minute to go, and then they got a late one. But
yeah, unfortunately. Look, they had a couple losses, but look at that. They got a win against the Tampa Bay. Not Tampa Bay, sorry. Toronto Maple Leafs.
Nice,
I'm thinking different teams. I'm sorry, gentlemen. I'm going loopy, but that's okay because we're having the Casual Sports Talk podcast and we're ready to know when these Vegas Golden Knights are going to be winning. And also the goaltending right now. Should that goaltender be goaltender of the year? I know we talked about the
who's the goaltender, Stu?
God.
Is that Mr. Aiden Hill?
Yeah, it's Aiden Hill, yeah. I'll look it up real quick. I'll put myself on pause.
I just told you who it was, Stu.
What's his name? You said Aiden Hill?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I think he's in the running for sure for goalie of the year. Oh, maybe not. Wait, who's this? Martin? Wait,
Oh, it's not him?
no.
Oh, no.
No, it is him, but
It
he
is.
his record, so he's 17. Yeah, he's got amazing stats.
Ooh, how much
917
percentage?
save percentage.
I mean, what's his percentage on
2.5 goals a game.
Ooh, that's a good. And also, funny enough, he is the same age as me. He is born in 91.
What's his record, Doug? You said 17. How many losses does he have?
8-2.
Okay, wow, that's good for a goaltender, I'd say, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, especially like that save percentage is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
7
honestly,
point-
this
point
I
92,
think
that's
this
nice.
is probably the reason why Vegas is doing well is because of the goaltending. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This goaltender is carrying this team behind his back right now.
You think it's just
yeah,
because the
like
goaltenders-
let me check. I just got to get back.
All right.
All right, we lost our host again.
Yeah, we lost the host, dude. Come on back. We need you.
He's gone loopy.
He's back in action. Thanks for
I
returning
just
to
gotta
your own
say, as
podcast.
the
Too.
goaltender right now, does this man need ibuprofen because he's having some back pain since he's carrying this team on his back?
He probably could use some
Nice.
ibuprofen, you know.
Yes.
Those games get tough out there.
Also sponsored by ibuprofen right here. Ibuprofen. It's going to help you with your back problems.
Sir, you getting a cut from ibuprofen? I want some of that.
Hey, don't worry. On the Casual Sports Talk podcast. Hey, that's why when we're going to get some merch here, we'll get a cut of that.
Stu, get the link in the description of this video, please. I want to make millions from these cups.
Yeah.
Yes.
People will love these cups.
Yes. And then we'll have a T-shirt.
I want this to replace the Stanley Cup. I want this to be more popular than the Stanley.
Yes. I will say I will have a T-shirt that should say Bald Fyodor. It's just your head.
That actually sounds fun.
I'm cool with that suit. Yeah.
We'll make Stu a best hair in the game. We'll make Chris a bald
Now
Fyodor.
we're talking.
I want that. That should be a hoodie. Best hair in the game. We should do one. What's your catchphrase, Douglas? I don't know, man.
I don't know. You just gotta plug me in with something dumb.
Yeah, Stuart, come on. You got to make up the catchphrases for everyone.
Oh, wait. I got a good one. How about, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Ooh, so Stu, here's something I've apparently become famous for at work. They call it the Doug Shrug.
Oh, yeah. When you do like
I
this.
apparently do a lot of
The Doug Shrug.
You just do it like this. You're like, oh, I don't know how this is going.
Apparently I shrug quite a bit, so it's become a thing. So
All right. That should be the T-shirt.
that's how casual we are. Like, I don't know what we're doing, so I'll just shrug and tell you to move on to the next team.
Just like we move on to the Predators, who actually have done a little bit of improvement. Last year, they did not make the playoffs, as I recalled. I actually
do you want a fun story here? Here's a fun story. I'm sorry, Chris, for bringing up the story, but so
Story time.
me and Mr. Fyodor and my lovely wife went to Nashville, and Mr. Fyodor was trying to ride a scooter one-handed in front of their arena. Didn't go so hot.
Yeah,
it did not go well. I had some holes in my shorts from falling down.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, Chris. If I was there, I would have totally done a Simpsons munch and would have been like,
I mean, I was definitely laughing at myself too. I mean, in those situations, that's all you can do is laugh at yourself.
You can only laugh.
We've all done it. I still remember, lots of wipeouts and scooters. Lots of scooter wipeouts.
Yeah, you should not. Please do not wipe.
See, by me falling, Stu made a good story of it. Otherwise, if I didn't fall, it would be like, we just rode some scooters. Nothing fun happened.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's the story that gets us our 1 millionth subscriber right there.
See?
Yeah.
Next time we'll get some video footage of me falling off a scooter.
Alrighty, but you know what's more fun than falling off the scooters and realizing that the Predators, who are now in the playoffs, they would be the first wild card team right now. Last year they missed the playoffs, but this year they have done so much improvement. Actually, funny enough, gentlemen, I actually did pick the Predators to make it to the playoffs. I'm just saying, I was right. I was like, I had to pick one team. I felt like I was going to make it. I picked the Predators. You know what?
So you can just pick any team to make the playoffs, and then I'm going to pick the Florida Panthers then, Stu. Okay, great.
Okay, I'm going to pick the Florida Panthers, but that's obvious. But
I mean, come on.
What? Are you telling me?
You're wrong.
You want me to show
as of yesterday,
between yes and no of the Panthers making the playoffs, I easily would have picked yes too. I mean, that's a given.
This just in, I'm gonna pick the Vancouver Canucks to make it this year.
Oh my God!
The live report.
What? I know that.
This just in. The Blackhawks, they're not going to make it.
Oh no! No.
Shock right now, gentlemen. Oh my God! What a shock, gentlemen, right here. Oh my goodness. But what's your thoughts about these Predators right now? They're looking good. They might make the playoffs right now.
Well, they're definitely going to make the playoffs, too. I mean, because I believe between the last wild card spot and the person who's not going to make the team that's not going to make the playoffs, it's 77 points versus 71. That 6-point leap is going to be crazy to do. So the Nashville Predators are definitely going to make the playoffs. Just where they're going to be seated, that could change.
Yeah, and unfortunately, aren't you sad that they just beat the Columbus Blue Jackets 2-1?
Oh, did they? Man, I totally didn't pay attention that they were even playing.
You know how much you don't care about the Blue Jackets that literally you didn't even know they lost.
Blue Jackets, it's just not their year.
Well, look at how they did.
Back,
Look at
back
that.
To the Predators. Back
look
to the
at that.
Predators.
One, 6, let me check. Was it 7 playoff streaks?
For the Predators?
Wow. 8 playoff streak in a row wins. That's pretty impressive.
They made the playoffs 8 consecutive years, Stu?
No, they won 8 consecutive games. That's impressive.
No, that's not possible.
What?
8 straight playoff wins? No,
not 8 straight up playoff wins. No, 8 straight regular season games.
Oh, okay. So they're on an 8. I see what you're saying. You threw the word playoff in there. You got me confused. Yeah. I was like, what's going on over here?
Look at that. Good for you, Nashville Predators. I support that. Now, gentlemen, I might go to a Nashville Predators game, but I don't know if it's going to be home. I don't know what time, but if they do make it to the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Dude, I would love to go to a Nashville Predators game, a home game, because their arena looks nice from the outside. Yes. So I can't imagine what it looks like on the inside.
And my joke is, like, does that mean I make the Nashville Predators make it to a Stanley Cup finals?
If you go, we'll find out.
Oh my God, that would you LOL laugh if the Predators made it to the Stanley Cup finals and I'm like, I'm 3 for 3 on this.
3 for 3. What were you? What was the second one? The first one was them making the playoffs.
No. The first one was the Tampa Bay Lightning made it to the playoffs in 2022. I mean, made it to the Stanley Cup Finals in 2022, 2023, 2022 season. And the last one, which was the Florida Panthers, I saw them in December, and I did not think.
You said 3 for 3, like you were had some sort of bet going on that you were 3 for 3.
I mean, I'm 3 for 3 on I could be 3 for 3 on teams that I go watch and make it.
I see what you're saying now.
Making it to Stanley Cup Finals, but unfortunately,
go watch the Red Wings, gosh darn it.
I have, and it didn't work. Unfortunately,
3 for 3,
unfortunately, the curse of Ken Holland decided to jinx your helpness. But I will say, gentlemen, if we do make a lot of money on YouTube, hear me out. We're going to do, this is like my idea, hear me out. If we do make hundreds, thousands of subscribers, make a decent amount of living, gentlemen, this is very serious. What if we go to all 32 NHL teams?
We can do that we would do that without the subscribers too, but yeah.
It's too expensive. I'm just saying.
Right now, I'm living in my camper. Just come camp with me, still.
Yeah, exactly. We can camp around in Doug's camper.
All right, we want to camp around, go to all the.
Hell yeah, that'd be
fun. Stu, I think we shouldn't settle there though. I think we should go to every major sporting venue in the U.S.
That would be kind of fun. Let's go to.
So what? Football, baseball, hockey, soccer too.
Yeah, soccer and basketball. We can do 5 sports.
Yeah, we can go. We can say, "Come to you live from the camper right now. Welcome to the Casual Sports Talk podcast, camper edition."
I mean, it could be a tailgate sesh, Stu. You know.
Oh.
Do you guys want to buy an RV together? We can all buy an RV and just hit the road.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I gotta wait until I get my coding money. Just saying.
Well, Stu, we're gonna have YouTube money.
Yeah, sir,
better.
YouTube money.
All right. If I get YouTube money off of this, we'll do a camper and I'll do it.
That's the first thing we're gonna buy with YouTube money is a camper or an RV.
And then we're just gonna
so,
have.
Chris, you have your trucks too. You buy an RV, and we'll all just go around the country together. We'll all have our own little
Excellent.
homes, and we'll just go city to city.
Oh my God, that would be so much fun. So.
All right, now we know our 5-year plan, guys. Maybe even a 3-year plan. Make it a 2-year plan.
Yes.
Make it a 2-year plan. We're going to all the cities, man. We're going to all the cities. Anyway.
Heck yeah, casual sports talk on the road, baby.
Yes, let's go to all the hockey games. Let's do it.
CST, baby.
We should do one where we do it live. We do it live. That'd be kind of
Nice.
cool.
Dude, that's gonna be the day.
That's gonna be the day when we do the special. We bring our microphones and equipment. we watch the game.
We could do it the first day of college football too.
Yes.
Or NFL football.
That'd be sweet. That'd be
That
sweet.
would be sweet. Hey, maybe
We should set up at Texas, Michigan this fall, Stu. We should podcast from there.
Oh yeah.
Is that gonna be in Texas or in Michigan?
Michigan, live from Ann Arbor, September 6th.
From Ann Arbor. Welcome to the Casual Sports Talk podcast. But anyway, we got to talk about the other teams right now. Let's talk about these LA Kings right now, who are looking good. The only team in
Kings are
California.
looking strong.
Kings are looking strong. I love their goaltending. I love their scoring. They're looking good. You can't get mad at. You cannot get mad on how the LA Kings have been so far.
That's right. They've been performing like a solid team.
Yes. I mean, they've been looking. I think honestly, ooh, that's a good question. Who do you? Oh, we probably got to wait until we got to do our predictions. Like, who do you think all these teams are going to make it to the playoffs? But we'll wait. We digress right here. So, gentlemen, what's your thoughts about the LA Kings right now, Douglas?
Oh, me? I'm not gonna lie, Stu. I know nothing about the Kings this year. I mean,
Why? Why?
well, I mean, I know they won their few Stanley Cups a few years back, and that's about as much I know about them. They share an arena with the Lakers, so that's good stuff too.
Yeah, did they own the?
Oh, and the Clippers, nice.
Yes. Yeah, but this is the Kings, man. We're not talking about NBA.
We're talking about they share the same arena, Stu.
Oh, whoops.
Exactly. Yeah, not sure why Phoenix isn't doing that still. Jeez,
yeah. Apparently, Phoenix decided no. We just want to have. I mean, we want to have a stadium.
Exactly. So I don't know, Stu. I don't have a lot of thoughts on the Kings. I mean, I'm sure they're having a nice season if we're talking about them this late in the episode.
Yeah, but they're doing really good. Look at that. They beat the Oilers. They beat Washington. They beat the Penguins, Columbus, the Predator. Oh, they did lose the Predators. And the Anaheim Ducks. But
easy win against those Blue Jackets. Easy win.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that highlight where they just score and wait for it. Score. But anyway, like I said, definitely looking prosperous for the LA Kings right now. Now this is going to be interesting. We got the Edmonton Oilers.
Connor McDavid and the Oilers.
Ooh, the Oilers. Wait a minute. That's not McDavid right there.
No, it's not, Stu.
Oh, that's Connor Brown. Score his first goal. Ooh, good for you, buddy.
Good for you, buddy.
Good job.
Your first NHL goal. You popped your NHL cherry.
He's gonna love that compliment from you, Stu. He's gonna go right to Casual Sports Talk podcast on YouTube and be like, "Thank you, Stuart Jasper, for giving me that awesome compliment."
Absolutely, dude. I know. I remember that time that Dylan Larkin popped his cherry. It was a good day.
I'm sorry. Oh my God,
I have it circled on my calendar, Stu. It's an annual reminder.
I'm sorry. You're trying to get ourselves laughing. Oh God. But anyway, what's your thoughts about Edmonton besides?
I mean, the Oilers are great because they have Connor McDavid. Don't they also have Leon Draisaitl? Yeah.
Yes, they do have Draisaitl right there.
Yeah. So the Oilers are looking good. I expect them to go to. Oof.
Do you think
I'm not going to predict anything because I think they were ousted the first round of the playoffs last year.
Unfortunately, they were ousted. The Oilers tradition.
I would love to see them in the Western Conference Finals.
I want to see McDavid make a run. I think he's getting to that point in his career where he needs to win a cup. He's already in his late 20s, and no memorable playoff experience.
Yeah,
Well
he's
said,
heading
well
to
said.
Alex Ovechkin levels before he got the cup. You know what I mean? Where it's like, he's a great regular season player, can't do anything in the postseason.
Exactly.
Oh, look at how they do against the Capitals. But like I said, beating the Penguins twice. Look at that, home and away, because the Penguins are looking so good right now, right, gentlemen?
They're in the
Last
East.
time
Too.
I checked, the Penguins were in the Eastern Conference. So we're talking about the Western.
Oh, we're going Western, gentlemen. Oh, and guess who looked like got a W from your Red Wings, Douglas?
Oh, wow. That was a high-scoring affair right there. Geez, 8-4.
Oh, my God. I don't think Dylan Larkin played a good game that day.
Yeah, it's been a bummer. Dylan Larkin. I didn't realize how valuable he was to this team, but they're getting smoked without him.
Yeah, I know this. We're talking about the Western Conference, but for the Eastern Conference, are the Red Wings not going to make the playoffs?
Them and the Islanders are pretty neck and neck right now.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous because they're heading to a losing streak. But anyway, we're talking about those Edmonton Oilers. Can the Edmonton Oilers finally break the tradition of having a Canadian team do something with their Canadian sport and win a Stanley Cup?
You know, Stu, I'm going to make a random bold prediction for no reason at all.
Ooh.
Toronto versus Edmonton in the Stanley Cup Finals.
No!
Oh, man.
And lying.
And I'm going to make the prediction that a Canadian team will not win the Stanley Cup this year.
You know, and here's my prediction. Toronto blows it in the first series.
I mean,
more likely.
Sir, that's not really too bold of you.
I mean, the 20 years says otherwise.
Is that kind of like it happens more frequently?
Yes, they literally last year they won their first playoff series, and the last time they won the first playoff series, Chris, was in 2004.
Is that the Edmonton Oilers?
No, that's a Toronto Maple Leafs.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the Edmonton Oilers here. Why are we going back?
A couple of playoff wins, but they haven't won a Stanley Cup since the 80s, if I remember correctly. It's like that 80, they won that 3-year cups, right? With 86, 87, and 89, if I'm correct. I know 86 and 87. I think they won it. And then, yeah, that was actually a crazy year where they had a lot of Canadian teams were winning the Stanley Cups. It was they were winning it. Calgary was winning one. So. Yeah. So
good for you. Too many U.S. teams.
Yeah, too many U.S. teams because America, we own your.
That's right.
We are America. In America land, we own you Canadian sports. And I know people are going to say it's curling. Wrong. That is your spring sport.
What?
Hockey is their winter sport.
Who cares about the season? It's a sport. Just dominate at it. Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, who cares about it? But you know who's caring? We're gonna go into a couple teams. How do you feel about these JETX? Different kind of jets. The Winnipeg Jets. How do you feel about the Winnipeg Jets, who are the little train that could? I know they had a 20-year lull, but they're finally doing a lot better now.
Oh, good for them. Well, did they have a lull? Didn't they move there recently?
They moved in 2000, if I remember correctly, because it used to be the Thrashers in Atlanta. It was the Atlanta Thrashers, and then they moved in 2004 or 2005 to Winnipeg.
Oh.
Yes, if I remember correctly. Though, interestingly enough, this is actually an interesting tidbit that's happening right now in Winnipeg. Winnipeg is not having a huge attendance records right now. They're actually losing attendance records because I know the Canadian economy is not doing as well right now.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunately, in Winnipeg, they're kind of having a bad. I know it's not a political channel, but apparently Canada is having a worser inflation rate than the U.S. right now. Apparently.
All right, now.
But like I said, we're not talking about politics. We're talking about the Winnipeg Jets. Can the JETX Jets make a deep run in the playoffs, Douglas?
I mean, I would say so, Stu. I would say so.
Yes. And I will say, this is kind of a random tangent. I would like to visit Winnipeg. That'd be kind of fun.
I think it would be nice too. I'm sure it's a beautiful
Yeah,
area.
it's probably a nice city. I mean, granted, it's not in Alberta.
Oh, Andrew and I are heading to the gym right now, but we're stopped by a bunch of these deer. They're just standing in the middle of the road staring at us. Get out of here.
You know what I
Let
gotta
me turn on this camera so you guys can watch.
You know what I gotta say? Oh dear,
That's the views.
You guys see it?
Oh.
It's probably too small. It's just sitting there staring at us.
Oh my God!
Get out of here!
Get out of here, deer. Hey,
Get
deer?
outta
What's
here.
your thoughts about the Winnipeg Jets, sir? Can you explain
Stuart
to me?
wants to know your thoughts. Yeah, they're waiting. They're listening, Stu. Shout louder.
Yeah. Can you tell me how Winnipeg are they gonna win the Stanley Cup? Or are they gonna choke in the postseason?
Oh, I'm deciphering. They're saying, "Speed it up, Stu." That's what they're saying.
Oh, boo, boo this man. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes with Winnipeg. But like I said, I'm definitely feeling a lot more confident in the Winnipeg Jets. And it was also I'm feeling, since your area right now, maybe you can go visit some teams in Dallas. Some Stars are looking good right now. They've always been looking good. How do you feel about the Dallas Stars right now?
Well, I'm biased right now because I'm in Texas, and everything's bigger in Texas, you know. And so what I'm seeing is a team that's going to choke even harder in the playoffs. That's what I'm seeing.
Oh, how dare you beat me to the Dallas Stars? Oh,
I think it's the Dallas way, Stu. You live big in the regular season just to let your fans down. Everything's bigger in Texas, including the letdowns, Stu. The letdowns are huge.
I was tired at this point. You're now triggering me right now. I don't care. We are going.
You sound triggered, Stu. I don't know.
I'm not triggered. I'm not triggered right now. I'm very.
You might be triggered.
Oh no! I'm not triggered. I'm not triggered. I'm sorry.
I got him. Got him.
It's like shit. This is how I feel when I no offense if anyone has epilepsy, but that's what I feel like when it's like all the bad plays. Oh no! All the bad Cowboys plays. No. Anyway, gentlemen, how do you feel about? So you think the Dallas Stars are going to choke in the postseason? Even though didn't they make the Stanley Cup like?
I was just making it.
4 years ago.
I don't know.
Yeah, they lost to Tampa Bay's first Stanley Cup win.
You know what's to me, Stu? Do you know what's offensive to me about the Dallas Stars?
Yes, what is offensive?
They have the audacity to call themselves the Big D.
Yeah, they are the
Big D. Is Detroit, hockey town.
No.
Get out of here.
No, Big
Get out
D
of here.
is Dallas. Texas, great hockey. They're going to make Texas hockey superior again. Just saying.
Bunch of little D's. That's what I'm hearing.
No. They're superior. They're the Big D.
Yeah, so I don't really have like a lot of these teams still. I only really follow the Red Wings in the Eastern Conference. So sorry for my lack of opinions.
Oh my goodness! How dare
I'm
you?
with Doug on
How
there.
dare you that you're not being a professional right now and casual, even though we are called the Casual Sports Talk Podcast.
Well, Stu, once we start to monetize, I'll have a lot more opinions.
Oh my goodness! But you have definitely opinion on the Colorado Avalanche.
Oh, I do have an opinion on them. Actually, I do follow this team.
I picked the Avalanche to win the Stanley Cup, actually. So I'm hoping that they can pull it off for me.
I picked the Florida Panthers, to be honest with you.
That'd be fun. I'd like either of those teams.
That might be a good Stanley Cup Finals. I would love that. That would be a good matchup right there. Anaheim, like Colorado versus Panthers.
Ooh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, do you know what's fun to me about the Avalanche? Is like they have two stars. Like I feel like the first Stanley Cup, everybody's like, "Oh, it's all McKinnon," and all of a sudden it's like, "Wait a second, Cal McCarr might be the better player." That's pretty cool that they have they're kind of in like an Edmonton spot where they have two elite franchise level players. It's pretty unique position to be in.
Ooh. But like I said, I think honestly, would I pick them to make it to the Stanley Cup Finals? I'm like thinking if my life depended on it. Do I go pick the Colorado Avalanche, Douglas? Would you pick if your life depended on it, these teams? You're picking Colorado, right, to make it to the Stanley Cup Finals?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh, who would you pick if your life depended on it? Okay, one of these. You have to have one of these four in the 18.
If I had to pick from the Western Conference to make it to the Stanley Cup and my life depended on it,
yes,
I'd probably pick. I'd probably pick the Colorado Avalanche, and then my second choice would probably be the Dallas Stars.
Yes, let's go.
I'd ride heavy on those Colorado Avalanche though.
I think the Avalanche would be my number 2. Well, I don't know. I'd have a tough choice between Vancouver and Edmonton. With Colorado probably my third.
All right.
Yeah, this is the crazy part, and I know, gentlemen, we'll probably discuss it right here, and this will probably be the final one, the final good time. The craziest NHL season. How did Vancouver have a good hockey team this year? This is confusing to me. I remember the only time I remember Vancouver was good was in 2011, and then they lost the Game 7 against the Boston Bruins, and then they rioted after Game 7. and then basically that was kind of their jump the shark moment as a sports team.
Yeah.
And somehow they look good. They look legit. Like we can't.
Well, I mean, that was 13 years ago, so hopefully they eventually get good again.
Yeah, but last year they weren't that good. If I'm remembering correctly, when was I think they were like bottom. They weren't like the best. Like I'm looking at. Let's look at the standings for Vancouver. I'm gonna double check here on the podcast, so I'm putting myself on pause.
Okay. Alrighty then.
I got this Boston Phoenix game on right now. Boston is taking advantage of Phoenix right now, up by 14. Oof, man.
Oh, and basketball.
Yeah. I wish I could. I wish the one hockey game was on. Actually, it's the Penguins versus the San Jose Sharks. I need the Penguins to win. That'd be nice. We'll see.
It would be nice. I'm really hoping the Red Wings can win because the Islanders are losing.
Yeah, you guys are saying that I haven't looked at the standings, but the Red Wings and the Islanders are like neck and neck. Is that for the 8th seed or which seed is that?
Yeah,
and the Lightning are right there too, so there's a chance that they'll be in a 3-way tie tonight.
Oof. All right. So, gentlemen, they were the bottom. They were in hockey hell the last time.
Last season, Stu?
Yeah, last season they only finished with 83 points. They have more points right now than last season. That's how a good improvement the Vancouver Canucks have been.
That's a great accomplishment.
Yeah, honestly, I give you a lot of good credit right now, Vancouver. So it is.
They're the number 1 team in the West right now, correct?
Yes, they are literally, and we put the standings right here. They have 92 points.
Ooh,
second to the Florida Panthers.
And there's 20 games left or something like that?
More points than the Boston Bruins right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Look how they improved their season.
Canada.
I didn't even pick them. I know we didn't do any picks and predictions, but I didn't pick Vancouver to make it to the playoffs.
Well, Stu, I just picked them like 20 minutes ago, remember?
That don't count! The only team that I picked that was going to do well are the Predators, and somehow I picked the Blues to make it, and they choked. So
that's crazy.
It is crazy to think. So anyway, gentlemen, before we get to go, when we talk about the Stanley Cup Finals, we got these 8 teams that are theoretically going to make the playoffs right now. Mm-hmm. Will this 8 be the final 8? Or will teams like the Blues, Minnesota, Kraken, definitely not the Calgary Flames, somehow make it to the postseason and make it?
My answer to that, I mentioned it earlier, there's a 6-point differential. I know there's 20 games, 19 games left in the season.
Yeah, there's 19 games. Yeah, there's 4
But yeah, 6-point differential. I mean, they could do it, but no, I think those are going to be the 8 teams. There might be some mix-arounding going on between the 3 seeds in each of those divisions and the wild cards, but Yeah, that's 6 point difference right there. I think those are the 8 teams we're going to see.
I have a
Yeah,
feeling.
probably.
I think this 8's gonna be the final 8.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, last year when I put them, like, I thought the Fly. Oh, we were wrong about last week, boys. Red Wings are not in the wild card. Oh, the
Oh,
money.
Still, they're tied. That's what we just had this go.
But look at that. They beat because of OT.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what the tiebreaker is. I guess
yeah,
we'll
Doug
see.
said there's going to be a 3-way tiebreaker: Islanders, Lightning, and the Red Wings.
I'll say if the Lightning lose today and the Red Wings win, then the Red Wings would be tied with the Lightning and ahead of the Islanders again. So the Red Wings need to win this one.
All right, we'll see how it goes from there. But like I said,
All
right, gentlemen, I guess I will always ask this. Do you have any final thoughts on this greatness of this podcast we've done?
Final thoughts. Go off what you guys were talking about just now. Unfortunately, the Red Wings are losing 2-1 to the Coyotes.
They're
a
not the
shame.
best. They're not the best. I'm sorry. They're kind of having a slump right now.
Hey, but the Islanders are losing 3-0, so there you go.
Yeah, unfortunately, both of them have.
And hey, the Lightning are losing 3-2 as well. So hey.
Woo! So
That's what
let's
I'm
go.
saying. That's what I'm saying. It's all good, gents. Well, I'm gonna go get Swole, hopefully, so we can prepare to hit the road.
Ooh.
All right, gentlemen.
So
Pleasure talking to you guys, and thanks for having me on your podcast again.
Yes, but anyway, I guess we'll talk about the schedule for next week. Next week, we're gonna do something different. We're gonna switch from hockey to maybe some. Are you a little bit mad, Douglas? Are you mad?
What are we gonna talk about?
Are you a little bit mad?
Well, I usually get mad around this time of the year. What's going on, Stu?
Yeah. Theodore, are you a little bit mad right now?
I don't know what it is, so I'm kind of mad that you're not telling us, but I'm liking it. So
yes,
what is
because we're going to talk about Monday. We're going to talk about some March Madness.
Oh, Monday edition. All right, I can do it.
Yes,
Monday edition.
yeah,
I'll be available.
Yes,
All right,
and we decided.
gentlemen.
And also, I got a title for the video. It is going to be called the Inaccurate 2024 March Madness Bracket.
Well, Stu, there's never ever been a perfect bracket. So
That's right. And we're
sounds
gonna
good.
fill one out live, Stu. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All
All right.
right.
All righty, everybody. Hopefully, you all have a fantastic night. And hopefully, I will tell you later, because I'm going to tell you one thing. I will talk to you later, Mr. Gators. Take care.
Well said.